Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special series here on the DAT Network. My name is Aki, my pronouns are she, her, and for the next little while, I will be your lovely GM as we embark on a mini-series called Shambhala Tides of Change, set in my own homebrew world by the same namesake. Shambhala is heavily inspired by several API mythology, regions, and landscapes written by a BIMPOC for BIMPOC to explore a non-Western European-centric world, and thus majority of this world is rooted deeply away from sense familiarities. Joining me today, we have our lovely cast, -1, Alyssa, once again washed away by the tides of life and stuff. F's in the chat. However, for the rest of the cast here, please tell us a little bit about yourselves, your characters, and what's a favorite color? I don't know if I've asked that before, but now I'm like, I want to ask that. We'll start in order, and we alphabetical order, starting with Brandy.
Yep. Hi, everybody. I am Brandy Rose, they, them, and I play Bimori here, our beloved amnesiac. I am at the Brandy Rose on Twitter, and Bimori's favorite color is red. Very simple that way. Bimori is she, they. All right, Annie.
All right, I think it's... Yes, I understand the alphabet. Hello, everybody. My name is Hamnah, and I use any and all pronouns. Today, I will be playing Irha Akhtar, who uses also any and all pronouns. And Irha's favorite color is lavender, to nobody's surprise.
Hey, everybody. I'm next in the alphabet. I'm Randy Alvarenga. I am a RPG streamer actor here playing Rashu Samzai, our ranger, haunted ranger, and I guess this, yeah, he's haunted by stuff. And his favorite color, I was gonna say something else, and then I was like, never mind. He's basically his favorite color is black because he's an edgy goth boy. That's what I.
Edgy.
Black is not
goth,
a color,
Randy.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to tell him that. You're gonna have to tell him
that. I was that kid. No, I was that kid. I would go up to people if they told me their favorite color was black or white or gray. I would be like, "Well, that's a shade, not a color," and like purposely. I was that kid. I feel that in my heart and in my soul.
I'm glad you owned up to that, Aki.
Yes, why wouldn't I? I was a little dick. I might as well like own it. I feel like that shaped me to this. Mm-hmm. You can support us here through donations, giving our amazing cast bonuses that can be used throughout the entire campaign. Our donation bonuses are into the pool for $5, in which you add a die in a pool that gives a 1d6 bonus to any future roll that any player can use. Private pool for $6, which does the exact same thing, but to a specific player, of the donor's choice. Lucky for $10, in which you roll a 2d20 and take the high roll for the future, can be saved. Unlucky for $11, which forces the player of the donator's choice to roll a 2d20 and take the lower for the next d20 roll. Lore Drop for $20 grants a backstory scene to the player of the donation's choice. Magic Item for $25, which grants a randomly generated magic item instantly to the player of the donator's choice. Finish Them for $30, which grants someone the guaranteed kill on an enemy, donator's choice. And Divine Intervention for $50, in which God shows up. These bonuses will continue on for the rest of the campaign, so if we end a session and there are still d6s in the pool, they will remain in the following episodes. Now, before we begin, I'd like to quickly go over our content warnings as fast as possible. This mini-series will feature the following subject matter in various degrees: classism, elitism, body horror, gore, mentions of physical abuse, betrayal, acts of raiding, looting, killing, child labor, and child trafficking, as well as mentions with no detailed descriptions of physical and emotional child abuse. There will also be deep dark waters, void, fear of the unknown/future, sexual content in the forms of romance, sex, mentions of sex and sex work, and finally themes of gaslighting, manipulation, and blackmail, girl bossing, and gatekeeping have already been seen, so expect that as well. But with all of that, I think we are ready to begin. And if this doc will just load, yes, there you go. I've had bigger Google Docs, longer ones, that took like 2 minutes to load. I don't know why this small little 35 pager is taking like 10 years.
Oh, I don't think calling it small and little is gonna make it more friendly.
Maybe it's into that. I don't know.
Who knows what that weird little Clippy is into?
Oh, not Clippy!
Clippy. On a side note, yes, we're all wearing hats. Nobody informed me of this. I just showed up and everyone's like, "Where's your hat, Aki?" They all coordinated hats sometime without me, and I have only like this lumpy one. Okay.
The flyest of hats.
We're gonna start for real now. Do you ever close your eyes and paint scenarios, specific scenarios, and how you would react to it? How you would change the scene? How you would save the day from a freak accident, or save the clumsy child frightened to turn away from a life-ending collision? How you would get that witty one-liner in and render some asshole speechless for even daring to be so audacious in your presence? And you feel so inspired, so alive, and sometimes you just wish it were real. That you were cooler than you are now, and maybe cooler than you'll ever be, because in your head, you don't actually have to feel pain. The pain of fighting like a hero, or the fear of the asshole now get hell-bent on revenge against you. You don't have to do any of that. You just get to be cool, with no repercussions, and everything just works out in the end. I paint those stories all the time. I paint memories too. So tell me, how do you know what's real and what isn't real, Bamori? How can you be so certain that everything, every little thing, little detail is really about you? You're impulsive and mean and weird. I mean, how could you dare to feel so important to these people's lives? You say you don't care, and you do what you want and live in the moment, but what will happen when the moment's done? When the eyes are gone and the interest dies? What will you do, my little witchy amnesiac, once you learn everything you are so eager to learn and everything becomes boring again? You may answer.
My bad, sorry, Aki, I wasn't aware that I gave you my diary. Okay, ha.
Everyone gets a
Both
personal
Mori
phone.
and I are factory resetting. I think this is Mori's reaction. Just I have to believe that this is how things really are, or like what else? What's the point?
All right. Is that your final answer?
Absolutely not saying a single word more. Nope.
All right. And why not the rest of you? Your traveling companions, your friends. What will you do once this journey is over and life gets so suckish and boring and you're stuck standing still?
Life could never get boring and suckish and stagnant for me. After all, my power will only grow from here, and well, Melicity is but one port. I plan on taking over all of them.
I'll go to the next place to make another coin. That is what I do. That is how I've survived this far, and it will be what I do from now on.
Oh, I wish I could just tell you all everything, especially you, Bimori. The details are just so juicy. I can't wait to watch this unfold. To watch and to wait and to wait and to watch. But to watch is to follow, and oh, you are all going to hate what will come next, huh? So, we're gonna open the scene on the next day. You have all been awoken by the gentle rocking of the tide. Of course, you haven't done it yet. You heal back up to full, health, and you regain spell slots as usual. But, Irha, you will wake up with just this massive migraine. If anyone cares to look at you, they will see thick vines wrapped around your forehead, thorns puncturing through your skin, not leaving any blood per se, but they are perhaps the pinnacles of your migraine. And it really isn't until it's pointed out that you care to touch your head at all and notice it. It's weightless to you. It will also not affect your vision or anything like that. You can still see fine, you can still hear fine. All of those are as you were normally. However, you're going to be sickened 1 until this is dealt with. Sickened 1
just
is
for...
like a...
That was going to be my question. Was just for me, what does that do?
Yeah, Sickened 1 is just a -1 to everything, basically, including your AC.
Okay, and my AC. That's fun. That's fun.
Yes. That's Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I think
y'all can also attempt the strength.
I was just gonna say, okay, first of all, as somebody who gets chronic migraines, that's the worst. But also, I think it has
a real thing.
Yeah, the way that it maybe like also manifests is like these vines are kind of like stuck into their head. Like I imagine Itha, when they realized what was happening to him, he would have like tried to like pry them out of her forehead and just unable to do so, as if it was like glued onto their head, and they would have tried to maybe like cut it out and nothing.
Yeah, they are. It's almost as if they've grown from you. It is the feeling of it. It does not hurt, besides the fact that it feels like the worst migraine you could be going through right now, and it sucks because you woke up with it. But again, no blood. When you try to cut it, it's thick. You know what I mean? It's like you don't make dents just trying to slice into it. And you can't even budge it. It's not moving anytime soon. If anybody would like to attempt a medicine check, you can. But first, I think did we get donos? Did we get donations? Yes, we did. Yay! Thank you. To Purple Mouse UK. Wait, yes, Purple Mouse UK. Oh, Milky Cartons. Wait, am I reading these right? Like in order?
Yeah, those are the names, and then what they did is on the right. So, Purple Mouse TK, thank you for pool time. That means all of us get something. Well, we get a public pool dice that one of us can probably grab. So that's going to be helpful. And Milky Cartons, thank you for passing that luck on over to Brandy. Look at you.
Oh, thank you.
Bully you guys more often. I mean, I've been bullying you guys specifically.
Aki, you haven't stopped bullying me since we first met.
Exactly. Good times all around. Yes. So yeah, medicine checks. If you want to figure this out, if not, we can just simply watch Yara and live with it.
That's really rude of you.
I mean, I can try, but I'm very untrained in medicine.
Can I also
I don't
try?
think you want Bimori to do that shit to you.
I think like the medicine check doesn't mean you're like you have a scalpel and you're like, come here, little one. No, like you could just like check.
Okay,
Look,
fine.
if
I will
Bimori
check.
is coming, if Bimori is coming at Iha with a scalpel, Iha's running to the opposite side of the deck. Like, please stay away from me. I love you, but no.
All right.
That come here, little
let's
one,
see.
is actually from Bimori. I'm sure that's exactly what she would say.
All right. With that medicine check, that's a 16, and that's
I
pretty
got
good
a
for
19. So we're both not doing so hot.
Yeah, Rashu, you look at this and you're like, those are some vines. I don't
Those are
think
some
they were
vines.
always there. Yeah, like you know,
Did you
know
change
that
your hair?
For reference, it has hair is like pink and curly and
Yeah.
like very like
Yep.
like short on their head, and they just give you a look. Does it look like my hair is green and sharp to you, Rashu?
No, but I mean, something looks different. Eh.
Did you hit your head when you came aboard?
Not more than usual.
I think maybe Bimori, your scalpel. I think maybe Rashu could actually use it.
Nice.
Don't come
here.
near me with a scalpel, please. Thank you.
There's so many jokes I could make right now, but I cannot because of the rating of this channel.
Don't touch me with that little knife. Fun fact, I always thought, like, you know, it's a Western thing to have all of those different forks and spoons and knives at like a table, like a fancy Western thing. So I never understood the difference when people would say butter knife, and I thought the butter knife was a scalpel for many years. Many years, and on
They're like
godly
all the
opposite
amounts.
knives
ends
to
of
get
sharpness.
Yeah, exactly. I would like sit in movies and go, butter knife. And I thought about this until I was like 13. This is a fun fact about me.
An
No,
icon.
it never came up.
Aki is
It
an icon.
The more you know.
never came up.
Now I'm
Yeah,
imagining
imagine
you
should've seen
like
my face.
I'm imagining you eating breakfast and like kneading the butter knife and just going scalpel. Somebody looking at you just being like, what?
I'm glad. See, look, someone else is with me on this. Okay, forgetting. It's Jared forgetting milk.
You know, I'll
God,
share
yeah,
one
no,
since
like-
we're sharing these things. I for a long time did not know that Americans didn't know what a piñata, like didn't have piñatas at every birthday. Like I thought all American, because my family had them at everything, and I went to a kid who didn't have them, and I told him his birthday sucked because he wasn't having piñatas.
I mean, were you
It's really
wrong?
funny.
Man,
Were you really?
Randy, you would have been so mean to me at every birthday party I ever threw. I never had a piñata.
No, this was I was young.
I'm
I was
not
like
Hamnah.
really
Hamnah,
young.
I will get you a piñata when I finally ever visit you in person. I will bring you a piñata. We'll beat the
Yeah,
shit
I
out
just
of
thought,
you.
like-
Yeah.
All of my cousins had them, and I was like, you know, this is birthdays. No, I guess not.
Why did Milky Cartons
I
just
thought-
say
I also
that they
thought-
milk microwaved metal? Don't do that. Don't die. Don't do that.
no.
I've done that before, but I was like 19
boy.
in college. Don't do that.
I will say I
boy.
had a piñata every single birthday up until like a specific age.
Yes.
Mostly because my parents thought it was like a Western thing to always have piñatas. They were like,
I love
yeah, no,
that.
my parents threw like amazing birthday parties for me, but like my mom was very particular. She's like, we're inviting white people. What if we don't have cake for them? Will they be upset? And my dad would be like, I don't know. Cake is cake. And I would have cake, right? Same thing with the piñata. They really thought it was like, if we don't get it, they're gonna think we're weird. So we would have a piñata for that purpose. Oh,
Amazing.
that's fun. The differences. Okay.
Beautiful.
So there is a few things you can do before I bully you guys again massively. It's a bit of a free time. Essentially, you guys are on your ship. Everybody who teleported from the last episode, being like the princess, her 3 little goblin handmaidens, Alani, Nada the Sea Witch. Obviously, you guys and Mariket's friend Rayuga is here as well. Chantao is here, and I think that's basically it. But you do still notice there are smaller boats still following you guys along. You're like your own little naval course, headed in a direction. I don't think any of you guys bothered to ask last time because it was quite busy. But yeah, you have a bit of free time, a bit of space. If there's anything you'd like to do, go for it.
I think Bemori would just... I mean, we just got transported onto this thing, right? So,
It's the next day, so you guys have been, like, sailing.
Been there, okay.
Throughout.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Yeah, or rather sailing as long as the winds are there to blow into your sails. I said blow, and then I knocked. I smacked my mic, and then I was like, oh no, I should do this. And I remembered, this is the mic that betrays me on stream, and it therefore is not connected. My bad.
I guess I would, what I imagine is, what is her name who I gave a token to who should not be on the boat? The sea witch, what's her name?
Yeah, Ada.
Yeah, I would have realized afterwards, because everybody was really unhappy with that, and I would pull, probably Irha aside and be like, so, why don't we like that person?
From my understanding, Ada is the one who kidnapped Marikit, but also seems to be the one who helped Marikit escape, so I'm really confused about what's going on between the two of them.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Wait, if she was in on it, then does that mean Blackwater knows where we are?
If Blackwater is tracking Ada, then it's possible, but I don't know. She seems like a powerful magic user. She probably has a way to avoid things like that. Might be worth checking, though, asking her.
Can you come with me? Even with your new hairdo, I think it would be nice.
It's not a hairdo, Rashu.
Oh,
and quite frankly, you are a bigger thorn in my side than the literal thorn in my side right now, but yes, I can come with you.
All right. I would try to find Bemori too.
Yeah.
Bemori doesn't
have Bemori is probably awkwardly standing at a distance to Chantao, but not talking to Chantao, unless Chantao talks to Bemori, because Bemori has had a lot of information in the last 24 hours, more than she's had her whole life. So she's kind of also factory resetting a little bit. Like, she's 404, page not found. Just kind of bumbling around, really. Poor baby.
I will say you will see Chantao speaks to Reina. Chantao speaks to, occasionally, literally some guy will just jump up with the ship, give her a report, and then jump back off, because once again, little ships, and everybody seems quite nimble. So that is, you just see Chantao basically girl bossing your way to safety.
Hot.
Would Bemori...
Probably say that out loud.
So I have a spell, Healing Plaster, that's technically meant to be for like physical wounds, but if Bemori is having kind of a time TM right now with the mental wound of all these memories coming back, I think Irha would have offered to try and help like alleviate some of that. And Aki, this would, if Bemori's okay with it, this would just be trying to re-flavor Healing Plaster to like ease some of Bemori's mental strain.
I'm totally fine with that. I like it. Is Healing Plaster a cantrip or like a level?
It is. It is a cantrip.
Okay, then you're fine. This is something that you can just do naturally, innately, even. So you don't gotta worry about what I'm gonna do to you yet.
That's terrifying, but yes, thank you. It'll be basically very soothing to Bamori, right? It'll just kind of help her refocus. She still has a vial full of memories she hasn't touched because, frankly, she's gotten a lot of them. But she also doesn't have any that make sense.
The way that it would have happened is, so it has, I think, would have gone into like a pouch that they carry, and it has, to anybody who's untrained, it would just look like a bag of dirt, basically. But for Itha, it is how they do their magic, so they would have taken some of this dirt and essentially, like, quite literally, like, plastered it onto Bamori, I think onto their forehead specifically, in an attempt to cast a spell. And I don't know if Bamori finds it a pleasant, like, physical sensation, but at least mentally it feels better.
I think physically it feels like you smacked me on the forehead.
It would have been gentle. It would not have been like confusing. A literal smack, but...
Sus, but okay. I'll take it. Yeah, so Bamori's just like, oh. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Bamori, if you're feeling up to it, which you might not be given everything, but if you're feeling up to it, Rashu here wanted to talk to Ada. And I know you don't have the best relationship with Ada, but you do also know her the best out of all of us, so...
So please.
Oh God, she's on this ship. God, that's right, she's on this ship.
And we need to know...
You know she wants to kill me, right? Like, she hates me.
Well...
Hates me.
Well, she's now running away from Blackwater on this ship. Maybe. We need to know what's going on. She helped the captain
Sure, whatever.
escape.
Apparently I've already died once. Might as well do it again. Let's go.
Okay, well, we're not going to let you die, Bamori. And also, I don't think you actually died that time, but...
You guys think you could stop her. That's cute. Let's go. Ada!
Right?
Ada!
Yeah.
Ada!
You see her. She was leaning off on the sides, just staring into the sea, really, before standing back up to her full, rather long height. Once again, for newbies, Ada is this Azareki tiefling, and Azareki is just like, think Triton from 5e. She's this blue-green skin, one very long curly horn, while the other horn has clearly been like broken or cut off. She has a little pirate hat kind of tilted a bit to the side, one eye patch on. In your general nice piratey murky-ish clothes, and one beautiful long ass stiletto boot and another really long pointy wooden leg. She has stiletto girl. And she'll turn and look at you and just immediately deflate in the face visually, looking at Bamori. But she will look at you and go, what?
Oh yeah, I have that effect on people.
Yes, draining, as usual.
Is your dad still hot?
What a question. Ew!
This is why she wants to kill Bamori. Bamori's not interested in Bandit, has never been interested in Bandit, just knows that it upsets Ada.
Ada's definitely, the vibe of Ada is very, very definitely your, the kid who goes, you can't be my dad. My dad.
Wait, Aki, I think you're... Ada vibe. Is it just me, or did Aki cut out a little bit, or is it me? Oh, I can't hear you either.
It's Aki. Sorry, I was trying to mouth it. It's Aki.
Okay. Well then, how about now?
Now it's good. Can you repeat what you said? Thank you.
Repeat? Yes. Okay. I was like, what's happening? Ada is essentially the kid in the relationship where it's like, you're not my dad, you'll never be my dad, stop dating my mom. That is the vibe of Ada when it comes to people remotely interested in her parent.
Nice. Cool. I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, what do you want? You didn't come here just to breathe on me? I don't know. This is not a conversation.
Bemori, please.
Fine. You asked me to come here. Anyway,
Not
the
to
cat has
blow
something to
on
say.
her. Okay.
I think, anyway. Did you have something to say?
Rashu?
You hear me?
Now you're here.
Oh, am I back?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, okay. Sorry, that was weird. So, yes, we do have something to say. I wanted to know why you helped our captain escape.
I had to come along for this?
Yes, you did. Please.
I mean, I already told your captain. I mean, your captain would know. Well, let's just say you stole something from this ship. The whole ship. We struck a much more favorable deal than what I promised, or what was promised to me by Blackwater. And I favor this deal. God knows how much more.
So what you're saying is that you were simply bought into switching sides?
Are you guys surprised? Look at her. Got rat written all over the stiletto.
Well, I mean, why aren't all of you... No, that's not the right words. Why are all of you here? Besides your captain, I'm assuming you've also been bought in some way.
I was just bored. And
We
since I
haven't
was
flipped
really
sides.
hot. Oh, yeah, that.
I mean, other than that, and it, I think, is like a little bit like, I don't know how to deal with whatever's blossoming over there. We weren't the one that flipped sides, and quite frankly, I'm concerned that a better offer, whatever that might be, will flip you again, and we can't afford that. So, Ada, what will it take to ensure your loyalty here? How do we know you're not still working for Blackwater, not helping him find us?
Trust me. I don't think anybody in this ship wants to even look at that cretin's direction. He's creepy. He's weird. He smells really bad. All of Millicity smelt really bad. All of that is... Your ship had crates of a medicine. I am pretty sure, based on what your captain told me, that you all are aware of the contents of said crate. Unless your captain is good at keeping secrets from you.
I'm sorry, can you
The
say
heart
that one more
medicine?
time? Oh, okay.
Yes. That is what was promised to me. And that is... I honestly could care less about this little war you all started, but that's what I need. And I'm gonna need a constant supply of it.
Constant supply?
Yeah. It's something that you just gotta keep taking. until eventually it naturally just deteriorates your body. And I'm trying to keep people around for as long as I can.
Well, we don't have an unlimited supply here on the boat. You didn't leave an unlimited supply, so what happens when we run out?
Oh, well, let's just hope this war ends by then. The trade routes to Sangala are owned by Blackwater. Ideally, I'd love to have them for myself, just for the actual infinite access, but I think we can discuss this a little later. Once we actually figure out what we do have and what we don't have. Until then, so long as those crates are still around, and the supply is still around, you have my... I can't say you have my sword because I don't use one, so you have my magic.
Looking over at Bamori, can we trust her?
Yep. You're pretty physically strong as a godling, right? So I probably shouldn't say as far as you can throw her, but she's kind of a, brat. She would do anything for her dad, so probably
I
for
also
right
used
now.
to own this ship. Yeah. I also used to own this ship, so like I wouldn't know where everything is. I haven't touched you guys yet. You actually went to sleep.
Yeah, we did wake up this morning. She's probably fine for right now, but the moment she has what she wants, wouldn't turn around.
Bold of you to assume that we didn't also move everything from where it was stored, Ada. You may know where everything was, but you don't know where everything is.
That's true, but the layout's still the same, and your taste in decor, tacky.
Hey.
This is coming from the most gaudily dressed thing you've seen.
Pot kettle black, Ada.
Brandy, I think you tried to speak and you did not make a sound.
That is so weird. Can you hear me now?
Oh, not you,
I said
Randy.
Randy. I said Randy.
Oh, Randy.
The one without the B.
Yes.
I swear to God. I can't believe this doesn't happen more often.
My poor lad. Suffering. And I
Do we want to take a break to figure out tech things?
I think we can do that. It's fine with me.
Because I want Randy to be able to play.
So do we want to just call our break right now? For like the 15 minutes and then try to figure out our little tech problems. And are we good with that? Everybody over here, our players good?
I'm good with that.
Okay, cool. I'm good. Okay, if we're all good, we're just gonna take our break now, our early break now. Please join us in 15 minutes. And I promise the bullying will be amazing.
Okay, I think. Oh god. Nope, audio's still live.
Dear lady, I was reading that. Dear lady, I was reading that. I must insist you return that to me at once!
Enough! What's so important about that book that you were willing to risk a knife in the gut for?
This book is... It's how I know what's right.
Doesn't make any sense.
All knights must be strong and just and brave. But Sir Gerald is the standard of true knighthood.
A knight's just a man in a tin suit. All that armor weighs you up, slows you down. It makes you a target.
To a knight, battle is but a means of protecting those who need protection. Knighthood itself is a way of life.
Why would you even want to be a knight?
Well, it's complicated.
Oh, to impress a girl. You might need to get really impressive really quickly.
It's over, bitches. No amount of glitter can save you now.
So, right about now you're probably thinking, hey, let's just reason with them. I'm sure we can come to some sort of understanding. But I'm bashing something today, and you might as well let it be them.
I'm ready to follow you into battle. My sword raised to the heavens.
A sword.
My courage shall be my sword.
No!
Do you think they'll give me a timeout so I can find a sharp stick?
Frag, just do your thing.
Go.
That's my very favorite thing.
You are nothing but a minor irritation.
I have it on good authority that I'm a major irritation.
You're nothing but a hatless heads wizard with a few party tricks. Now you're dead. Just you and your friends.
Itchy.
I have to admit, this is actually pretty fun.
Thank you.
You cheating bastard! This isn't over, you know.
Sure it is.
I think that you should have this. It has taught me much in the ways of heroism. I pass it to you now in the hopes that the lessons therein will mend your ways. I will learn what I must from my new lord, Sir Crag, and my other noble companions. With them by my side, true and faithful, no obstacle shall bar our way.
They're leaving you.
What? What?
I hate that guy.
Souvenir? You know I spent 60,000 gold to learn wizardry?
I'm sorry I wasn't much help during the fight.
Didn't really expect you to be.
Well, it looks like you're gonna be okay. Unless you get teleported into a tree in the next 10 seconds.
As it has been pointed out many times in the past, there are no trees in the Windscourge Wastes.
Should we hold hands or something?
No. Chicken, bone.
Oh boy.
Ah, yes! Hello, we're back! Thank you all for being so patient. We got everything working. No more tech issues, I hope. Brandy, say something.
Yeah, I hope there are no more tech issues too. Is that working?
Yes.
Is it working?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
you're working.
I'm so nervous.
Yes,
It's not
Chat
working.
says you're back too. We get it. We got our boy back. All right. We did last leave off. You guys were having a nice, totally not heated, not sarcastic, good conversation with Ada the Sea Witch. Now, is there anything else you would like to ask her, or you are really eager to do while on this boat? No.
Not in
That was all
particular.
around her. Mhm.
I think I'd like to kind of venture a little closer to Chantao and just try to say hi, hello, good morning, probably is the appropriate greeting. This is all Bamori's thought process. What comes out is, good morning.
She'll look at you, more like look up at you, as you are much taller than her. She has quite the presence for someone that's like 5 feet tall, 5'1" on a good day, 5'2" on an excellent day, but like just more like 5 feet, 5'1", like that. And seeing her like actually standing face to face and knowing that you have to look down, not out of disrespect, but out of just the leverage here, is quite odd. But she will look at you and she will give you a nod. She's in what you can determine as work mode, whereas y'all feel so much safe as in you can like just breathe and stretch without feeling the gross clinginess of Melicity's air. She is still like, we are not safe as long as we are on open waters kind of vibe. This is a woman of war. So your greeting is rather curt. But as you come, she will look to the rest of your group and gesture you closer, including your captain, who has been hard at work on the helm, steering the ship, essentially. You will all be gestured to come closer, and it is around then that Reyna will also join you. And Chantal will put both hands firmly on like her hips and just go, all right. Bet you guys have absolutely no idea where we're going. That's fine. Your involvement in this was last minute, essentially. You're headed to my territory. It's literally the safest place that we could all be. It's known as the Dragon's Pearl, just in case. I don't know, some of you folk don't look rather, sea hardy, I should say. Not a dish, or a dig, just a general statement. There we will conduct whatever else is needed, our strategies going forward. How best to stay safe, how best to divide and conquer, and how best to distribute power amongst you four. Yeah, just to like look down and make sure, counting Mariquette as well. Any questions at all?
Who exactly are we going to be attacking? We did just declare war after all, so what do we need to be ready for?
This is where Reyna will kind of chime in, looking at, she will direct the conversation at you, Irta, since you are the one that asked. And she'll also go, well, that's the fun part. We can take our time. We can have a few days to relax, a few days to actually make a plan, while the rest scatter about and decide whether or not they wish to join us. Or at least get out of the way.
And you don't think
Give
that
them
they're
some
going to
time.
be taking the few days that we're taking to plan to do the same? Don't you think it's...
Oh, I hope so. Don't I think it's what? Continue.
I suppose. I just think that the element of surprise could be to our benefit here, but this is your plan. After all, Reina, this is your fight, so...
An element of surprise, you say? Well, the gods will definitely be up now. We did do a rather chaotic, unorthodox. There's so many words to describe what happened yesterday.
Effective, I think, is the word that you're looking for.
Is it now? Well then. Before I continue, what is this here? You didn't have it before.
It's the new hairstyle. She doesn't like it to be talked.
Oh my god.
A gift
Her
from
hair's
my
blue.
parent, let's call it.
Oh, I see. Like the mushrooms?
Yes, like the mushrooms. Although this is proving to be more difficult to get rid of.
Let me see if she can make the check. Let me see if Chun-Dao can make the check too. One second. Okay, just her. All of you are rolling bad. Chun-Dao rolled even worse. Chun-Dao looked at you and went, "Those are vines, okay." Okay, I'm not gonna touch that, no. Whereas Reina will look, squint at it, and straight up, she's gonna just grab your chin and like check you like this, face to face, moving your head around. And then, while slowly, rather gently moving her hand down, she will go, "I've seen something like this before. Or I've read it, really. It'll go away, but... like, naturally, it's going to go away. But, it's divine in nature, and, well... there's no really way to speed up this process. It's just going to be a rough couple of days for you."
Sorry, what will go away? And I think it is like distracted by the fact that Reina has just suddenly grabbed them by the chin and is doing all of this, and I think their brain turns off for a hot minute.
Gay panic. It's funny, since she's so up close to you now, you can just see she's got freckles. But her freckles, they twinkle, kind of like stars. In the daylight now, it's so hard to notice. Just so up close, you can't help but stare a little bit how they're just there. They seem to go down even, but she's kind of covered up to the neck now in this very, very nice fitting black armor with star and moon motifs. Now everybody, please make a DC perception roll, as essentially Reina will clear her throat, tell you the exact same thing that was just spoken, but everybody can make a perception roll. Yurta, you are still a -1 to everything because you're sickened.
I got a nat 20.
Okay.
I got a nat 20,
28.
which total is 39.
Nat 20 is still, just in case you don't know, when you get like a natural 20s like that, when you crit, it'll up the success. So you can like nat 20 and the DC for something could have been way higher than what you're capable of rolling, but it'll count as a success. In this case, critical success, you're fine, but like that, just in case. You could have like totally like essentially rolled something that you have like, you're not trained in, have nothing in, and still succeed this way. Still fail this way too, but like that's a fun thing. I heard like 39, 28, Rashu, did you
35.
say?
Yeah,
35. All right, so you're all going to see this. It's as you're speaking, the people who can see spirits firstly, you see this trail of darkness, a black glow that you've seen before. You follow it easily to, once again, Marikit's chest, and you will notice Chuntao sees it too. Chuntao directly moves her head to look at your captain, and that's kind of what will pick Mori and Reina to also look at your captain. And you see this glow come up. And to those who can see spirits, you see it just crystallize in a way into this dagger shape and just puncture Marikit immediately. To everyone now, they see Marikit spit up this black slime ichor and just pass out on the spot. It is then that you hear something. Rashu, you pick it up first, considering your natural given abilities. Your ears twitch, while the rest of you, all the hair on your body automatically just rises. You feel that cold shiver down your spine, and then you hear it, this roar of the ocean, of this giant sea, this wave billowing up, headed directly for the mola. It lifts and falls eventually, but it lifts first. At an unnatural speed, the beeline, you hear it. You can see the smaller ships get pushed back aside just by the waves' ripple after effect, whereas the mola is big enough and sturdy enough to actually withstand what comes next. The unborn speeds ahead before raising its many, many arms, pulling itself partially up onto the ship. Black ichor sticks and grows around the mast first, threatening to swallow it. You see its long neck-like body rise out of the sea, and the water that pours down from its back turns black before hitting the deck, just like the slime that Marikit spit out. It's as if it just rotted and changed, and when it falls, it's gross. It's a very gross texture. And you see two giant visible holes appearing alongside its body. One that you can recognize, Rashu, from Alani's moonlight road where it hit. And then the other you 100% recognize, as it's from your oath bow arrow. And you see that these wounds refuse to heal. That small limb-like fixtures try to weave together, and then they wiggle back into place before shriveling up, and this pattern repeats itself rapidly. It moves like this, like it's breathing. And the unborn looks down at the wall, and you see it, and you feel its warm, wet breath blow down on you like the wind as it begins to speak. And it looks at you all with its many eyes and goes, "Look at me, Hunter. Ooh, we want your name, Hunter. We want to taste your flesh and grind your bones in our teeth and smell your blood-matted fur. We want to taste." As they say this, their weird hand limbs continue to spread, and these giant, large arms, I would call them tentacles, but they are just big, weird movie hands, start grasping at sides of the ship, and you can see it puncture through. Your ship is rather thick and sturdy and ready for battle, but just the force of this vice grip alone is pushing it in and denting your boat, if not breaking through the deck. And we will roll for initiative.
My boat, can I just say, as that creature, because it's the same one from earlier, as the creature started like speaking, the bow itself, you guys start seeing like shimmers of electricity start like shimmering down the bow, like the string of the bow itself, as if it's ready to sort of go against it. So my oath is still on it, is what I'm
Which stat is it again for initiative?
Initiative, it's like by your perception. Or it is your perception in most cases. Some people have like differences in it because they might have feats to change their initiative bonus.
I got it, 21.
26.
28. Wow.
Yeah,
we all rolled really badly.
Because I think all three of us have like at least like near 20, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I have
y'all
a
should have
plus
around
25 technically. No, plus yeah, plus 20
have
to my
plus
perception.
17.
And yeah, we're gonna be fine. It'll be okay.
I use
Bimori's got
roll.net
the
a lot,
lucky.
and that's really been messing with me this whole last week. Like, roll-a-die.net, it's been messing with me so hard. In like a recent stream, I rolled 8 ones in a row. Yeah,
Yike, that's some bad luck.
Yeah, yucky. 21 was Irha, right? Yeah.
Yes, sorry, I was drinking water. Yes.
No worries. Who got 28 again? Just double checking.
Me.
Okay. Oh my god. All right. And then Rashu is 26. Yeah, it rolled way high. It rolled higher than y'all.
I mean, it surprised us.
It did surprise you, yeah. How fun! Y'all were talking about sneak attacks. Sneak attack. Unfortunately, it's turn. I have named the Unborn the Look at Me, though you can call it the Unborn or the Look at Me, whichever you'd like.
Alligator.
Alligator?
Yes.
Yeah.
What we determined to look like.
It does have a very alligator-y body, but like, you know, nice and long and stretched out and kind of stuff.
And it doesn't look as much like a dog anymore, right? Like it's sort of.
Oh no,
like,
you blew off giant chunks of it. Yeah, so it has to take a different shape essentially, because its body isn't letting it heal. I'm gonna paint the scene for y'all again. You're on your ship. You're on the Mola. You're on the top deck. Surrounding you, you see like 4 large hands, limbs, whatever, arms. They're gripping different parts of your ship, and so, but you can see them. Y'all can see them in general. And then, kind of right in front of you, in the middle of it, is the Look at Me, and it is huge, and it is big, and it is really, really gross to look at. You can all actually see it as well. Before it was really just Rashu talking to it, communicating with it. But now you guys can see it. It is horrible. It feels like Melicity all over again, not gonna lie, but just if it was concealed into one being. And it's its turn. And it's gonna hit y'all. You see it from its body, its like chest area almost. Like just something rips open the cavity of it and it pops out another like limb. This isn't as big as the arms gripping the ship by any means. This is more like a lash to try and hit y'all a couple times. So it's going to, I think I'll be mean. It's going to hit all 3 of you one by one. So I'm going to just roll. Rashu will be the first to take a hit as it tries to chomp down on you specifically. It wants to eat you, and it's just gonna hit the other 2 with its weird lashing limb. Okay. Fun fact: this will still oppose to its multi-attack penalty. So like this might not hit some people. No. I don't know if it's gonna hit Bimori at all. Actually, who knows? What is its 2 hit?
Well, you know, if there's options, let's have it not. I only have 66 hit points.
That's true.
Yep.
I still can't believe that Bimori is so squishy.
Yeah. Who let you leave the house like that?
I say this, but like in other games,
Mom.
66 isn't that bad, you know?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
no,
like at this level.
but in here, everything is bad. Okay, so, Rashu, to hit you, it's 37.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It won't crit, right? A
No,
crit
it
is
won't
10 above your AC. It's
Nope.
fine, yeah. Does a 31 hit you, Irha?
It does, and it's not a crit.
Oh, I wish
not
the
a crit?
31
Okay,
was
great.
me. It went in a pit.
Okay, now this is a fun one. Does a 5 hit you?
No, it does not.
Its attack gets a
Oh.
multi-attack penalty by its third hit
It
is a
didn't even
minus 10, and then
see
it
me.
rolled so low. Yeah.
It didn't even see
And
me.
that's a
I don't
critical
think it
fail.
was
That's probably. So, what happens? Rashu, it kind of lunges, its jaws come down on you first, and it takes a healthy snap. You will take, please don't die on me, 24 points of damage
24.
from that
Okay.
bite alone. Yeah. And please make me... Am I gonna be mean? No, I won't be that mean. Make me a reflex save.
Okay. Reflex. That's gonna be a 15 plus 24, so 39.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just... Yeah, that's such a much better... That's a much better roll to hit. You'll take 23 points of damage.
Can you imagine if that thing had hit me? A third of my life would already be gone.
Yeah.
A third? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Well, yeah.
I don't like that.
3 times 2 is 60, and I have less than that, but it's like roughly, it's actually a little bit more than a third.
All right.
Time
to smack
you take
thing
that
in
much
face.
damage, you're kind of whacked aside. Irha, you also make me a reflex save. This is for something completely different though than your reflex save.
34.
What is Ada gonna smack you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're fine. You're safe. You're able to make it out of the way as when you are hit, you're able to kind of take a step back before you notice this weird lash, this weird appendage. Just kind of it's almost trying to stick to you. You're just able to sort of peel away, you can see like almost the equivalent of the same tiny wiggly appendages come out. It really was trying to stick onto you for a second. Whereas Rashu, you were able to chomps down and then you could just slip back out. Did some fur get grazed off? Yes, of course. But you, for the most part, are safe. But your shoulder don't look good. Actually, I wouldn't even call it a shoulder. Your torso doesn't look good because it's so much bigger than you, like that size of the mouth. Now, Bimori, when this tendril comes for you, it misses wildly. And normally I run with I'm used to games where we run with something called a critical hit deck or a critical fumble deck and something extra happens. I don't have that because I like the one that we use and not the one the internet provides me. So in this case, I'm gonna give you like a free reaction to just roll any attack on it. It has to be a cantrip or a weapon. Yeah, cantrip or a weapon though.
Sick.
So no high level spells.
No worries.
And trip it.
I would like to hit it with Acid Splash. That is an attack plus 18, DC is 28, so I will just roll. Okay, that's 11 plus 18, that is a 29. Does that hit?
29? Yep, it does hit.
Sick.
So
let's see what the damage is. Yes. So do I take the heightened 9th or do I take the basic one since it's just a reaction?
Heightened is fine. Heightened is like
okay.
This is
that
what
is
the damage it
4d6
does
4.
naturally now.
Oh, okay. So let's do 4d6 plus 4. That is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then that is... yeah, so it's that much, and the persistent damage increases to 5, and the splash damage increases to 4. I don't know what that means. So initial damage was the 20, what was it? 21, yeah. And then it says persistent damage is 5, splash damage is 4. Or increases to 4. I don't know what that means.
So persistent damage will be damage that it takes on its next turn. And the splash damage is because you throw something, right? It splashes. Shit. So that's anyone within the radius. So I will say your allies do take the 4 points of additional acid damage just being in its vicinity, and unfortunately y'all were in the group when this started. But it will take that damage on the next turn. And you do see it, like just you see it. It's weird, gross thing. It's weird, gross appendage just kind of shrivel up a little bit as it gets hit with all of that acid. It's sort of like instead of however long it was before it being chopped off, it just goes inward for a bit. You know, that is how it's taking this damage. Nice and gross and visual for y'all. I might have to make sure Raina takes it too. Okay. You will quickly also see the rest of the crew kind of coming to life. You will see people from Chantal's little boats trying to also help or get out of dodge, as this thing is not just attacking you guys, it's capable of attacking everything else around. A lot of people are going to be held up, including people like Ada, who is fighting on another different side. You see her blasting magic all over the place, rising tides to crash into it, as well as a few other allies. Chantao specifically is yoinked out of battle by one of the tendrils, but you quickly see her lob it off, and now she's on the other side, away from you guys, but safe and more than capable of fighting on her own. Mariquette, however, is quickly scooped up by the blue cobalt Rayuga and brought below deck, as she is out of commission. It is now Bamori's turn. Now, I will paint the scene a little bit for you. You can move around to, stay out of its range and whatnot. I will say, just one action to move around however you'd like is good. If you choose to fly or whatever, then that's however actions that is, because it's a spell.
Right. Let me see. I do have some that are very specific. So what did you... Is it the same as an undead creature, or is this different?
It's a weird thing. It is called unborn, so you'd assume that it's undead, but it's technically not. It is alive solely by eating. So, I will say you can still throw negative damage and stuff like that at it, but it will not take the same effects as an undead would, and an undead being like zombies and stuff.
Right. I asked because I specifically have spells like mimic the undead or disrupt undead, and I didn't know if those would work on it or not.
Oh, I think we have a donation from Jill Acres, Jill Arcs. Ooh. I'm so bad at reading these names, but it's specifically to Hamnah. Unlucky, just for you, for this battle.
Thank you.
I believe Roy also got lucky, right?
I do. I did. I mean,
the duality of chat. But Mori gets lucky, yes. I get unlucky.
Oh yeah. I love the favoritism. I love the bullying.
This is favoritism from people who watch me specifically.
Let me see. All right.
I love it. I'm here for this. This is so funny.
What is this? Okay. I'm trying to find spells that will not accidentally mess everybody else up. But there's only so much I can do. So what I'm gonna do is... I don't have a weapon. I have an improvised weapon. So, Just from the storyteller's perspective, what is near me that you think I could pick up and like eat?
Oh, there's a lot of things near you. There's general wood and metal debris, I will say, just from this thing fucking everything up. Totally at least 1 or 2 fish flopping around just by being brought up with the motion of the sea. You can also find crates, barrels, rope, other weapons that are just located dislodged on other sides, so you can totally, like, for example, telekinetically projectile just like I don't know, a bunch of daggers, like glass bottles, all that kind of things you'd expect on a ship, minus the cat. The cat is safe downstairs, not Rashu cat, like a cat, like a ship cat, to catch all the mice.
You know, before you said that, it had never occurred to me to try to hurl Rashu at it, but it does cross Bimori's mind briefly.
Do not.
I won't do it.
You've done it with a crab before.
That's
so...
right. And what's the difference? So I'm going to use telekinetic projectile. I'm going to use telekinetic projectile. But what I'm going to do is grab just like a quick reaction array of things. There's 2 fish, pieces of wood, and a couple like broken bottles. We're just gonna see what hits. So let me just roll that real quick.
Yeah, you gotta roll to hit it.
20. Why am I rolling? Why? Let me see. So this is a plus 22. So it is a 32.
32?
Does it hit? Yeah.
It does.
Is that
hit,
with
yes,
your lucky?
yes.
No, that was without.
You can use lucky. Lucky is one of the rolls that can be saved for later. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to also mention, you all have I didn't even ask you to recap the last session. My bad. Wow, I was too busy roasting y'all to forget about
You were.
that. My bad.
You were too busy coming for my whole wig.
Right. I was coming for
Grabbing
your careers. I was coming for your afterlives, and I didn't ask you to recap, and therefore that means y'all only have 1 hero point to start with this. I mean, it balances out because one of you is lucky, and then there's D6s in the pool, and Hamnah sucks. Poor baby. It's an extra
So
D6
damage.
here.
It says damage is a 9, so let's just say the fish missed and went back into the ocean, or I don't know, barely missed Ada.
Did you roll for that? Did you roll a 9 on your damage?
Yeah, it says 1d6 is it for telekinetic projectile.
No,
It's not a lot.
No. It heightens. So it's now 6d6.
Oh, 6d6.
Yeah, it heightens every
2d6.
Heightens every level.
That is so annoying.
It
Okay,
should-
wait 1 second.
Yeah. That could just
So
be
that's
the
17
Wanderer's
plus
Guide.
6. Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 23 damage.
And it's,
so actually all of the
it
fish
also
hit.
adds it also adds another plus 6 to it because that's your intelligence modifier.
Let me real quick math. So that would be a total of 29 damage. So basically what I did is I threw so many fish at it, it choked on some of them.
Yeah. I think you aimed
Right
for
into
its
its
mouth.
throat.
You threw an array of things. They land. You would assume they just do the damage because they simply landed. It does giggle like a bunch of children, like a school bus full of children.
Oh, the children.
As it kind of wiggles like this, enjoying whatever you're
Wow.
throwing at it. How much was the damage again?
29.
It was 26?
29.
29, thank you. Just want to make sure I don't,
No worries.
Thank you. Did you want to move for your last action?
Where I'm standing has been pretty safe so far, so actually, let me see, do I have any 1 action things? If I,
you could
I have
also-
1 action left. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
1 action. You can also do a thing called, you can also attempt to hide. You can move out of harm's way in general. And by moving, I mean you're on a ship. So that means you've got like many masts. You can jump up, level it up if you need to. You can also do a thing called recalling knowledge, in which you can roll correctly. If you roll a certain amount, you can ask me specific questions on this creature, whatever you know about Unborn and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things you can do with one action.
That is true. I'm looking through the actions right now, like the actions list. Let me see. Actually,
there's a filter for one action as well.
Yeah, I'm noticing that because my god, there's so many. Yeah, actually, I would like to get a little bit of height, so I'm going to what is it called? Climb. I'm gonna climb.
Yeah.
Move up.
You can climb up the mast.
I'm just gonna climb up. Yep, climbing up the mast, getting a better vantage point. Can throw fish better from here.
Yep. Just make me an acrobatics check in general.
Yep. Okay, and then my modifier for athletics. Sorry, did you say acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah, I will count it for you as for
So
because you're straight up an acrobat. So I would be like, yeah.
36.
36? Yeah, you get up there, no problem. You can dodge those gross limbs like they're nothing as you climb up on here. Fast as you can, as high as you can, and you find proper perching as well. So whether or not you choose to hang off from the side or whatever, or hold on to rope
Angling,
or
looking
sail,
cool.
whatever. Exactly. This was no problem for you. Next is Rashu. Rashu, you fought this thing before. This shit's gross. This is like its second form. Third form, if we really want to get into specifics.
And don't like that.
You with your keen eyes, and you're just so used to this, it's gross. Like knowledge of it. I will say that you would notice in particular that its limbs, it's the big four big ones it's growing. Spreading out like a wildfire of sorts. And I will once again remind you that it is threatening to swallow the mast, and therefore perhaps swallow the ship.
Yeah.
In other terms, think of this as like a God of War boss fight. You can totally hit the limbs too, and still hit the creature. You can hit whatever you'd like, and maybe certain other things do extra damage. Who knows?
Okay. Well, he looks at Bamori sort of climbing and goes, "Good idea." And he crouches down for a moment and high leaps, which I can do with my quick jump ability for one action. And so he jumps really high to try to grab something so he can pull himself to a higher vantage point to shoot at it.
Do you want to be on the same side as Bamori, or on a different side? Because it's like a ship, so there's like 3 masts.
On the same side, I'll take you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do somewhere else. I wasn't gonna do that. I feel like you got angry, Aki. Is everything okay?
No. My arms were stiff, and I can just crack whatever I want whenever I want. So I was like,
it was very menacing looking.
Yeah, I can do my neck right now. It's nasty. Well, not nasty. It's good for me.
So, jump. I guess that would be a long jump instead of a high jump, then probably, which I can also do.
I'll count it as a high jump, honestly. Honestly, whatever you'd like. As long if you want to keep it to one action, I'm cool too. Super jump.
I was thinking jump and then move a little bit to a better vantage point.
Yeah, I'll allow it as one straight up action just for the sake of how this ship is kind of. It's compact, but it's not, because it's a boat. But also you're a human-sized cat.
Yeah.
Tiger can leap. You can leap too. I believe in you.
So then he looks at the creature, looks at its arms, its head, specifically its maw is trying to take down our mast. So that is where I'm aiming. He takes the bow, slowly whispers to it, "May you fly true." And then he's going to pull an arrow and lock and load and fire at it. So let's see. I am going to roll 24. That's
roll to hit.
Yeah, that's a 13 plus. Where is it? 24. That's 37. Sorry. 37.
That's a crit. Yeah, that's a crit. So you can double your damage.
Because I also get an extra D6 with that. So 2D8 plus 4. Sorry, I'm still getting used to reading this.
Oh yeah, no worries at all.
Oh wait, and then 2D8 plus 4 piercing, and then 1D6, and then add extra D6. 2D8 plus 4. Yeah. That's a 6, that's an 8, that's a 5, that's a 1, plus a 4. So that's 5, 10, 16, 23 points. With wait, actually, I think I have to say double that. But I have to say what it is. So it's the 2d8 are 8, 1. That's 9 plus 4. That's 13. 13 piercing. And then 2d6, that is electricity.
And then you can double that.
And then double that. So that's
you
23,
can just tell
then
me
40,
it all together.
46. 46, yeah. Total.
Yeah, just double
46 total, some electric damage, some piercing.
Okay.
But also because that was with this oath bow, it has to move to try to escape. What is it?
Yeah, because it's pinned, right?
Yeah, it gets pinned by the electricity. So the arrow flies towards its head as it's like opening to start sort of try to chew on the mass, and it pins it right where, like, I guess the snout, but probably some weird tentacle things are moving and writhing around. It hits it, and it pins down, and you hear this loud roar as, like, just a crackle of lightning spreads out across its entire head and pinning it to the ground. It has to, I mean, it's not much. It has to make a DC 10 athletics to pull itself free, but until then, it's stuck to the deck.
Yeah, no, it loses an action is basically what you do to it. It requires an action to move anyways, right? So that's totally fine with me. So you're just to specify, are you aiming for the arm on? You're aiming for the head rather than the arm on the mass, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Head is pinned, and you deal a delicious amount of damage to it as it's that same lightning arrow essentially pushing through its snout. It's on its side, pinned to the ground. It does make a just menacing, just it's growling. It sounds like someone's like about to have one of the most frustrating tantrums. It sounds a little too human for your liking.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't unhear that. Thank you.
Yeah. You still have one more action, I believe, because it was one action to move and it's an action to hit.
Okay. For my last action, I'm gonna yell at it. I don't
know. It's a free action to yell, baby. You can hit. You can shoot at it again, but I think you take a minus 4 or 5. Right? Yeah. I believe it's minus 4 or 5 because certain people have different features to change it.
What yours is? Like, where does it say your penalty? for
Your
multi-attack?
penalty.
I just
So
want to make
so
sure
you see how like in your weapon it says attack bonus and then goes like plus or plus whatever it is to hit plus whatever it is to hit again and then plus again.
Oh, so 19. Got it.
Yeah, it would be like whatever's in the middle. So
Got
for
it.
you, I'm
Well,
looking at
yeah,
the
it
more-
went down from 24 to 19. Okay.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. That is a 14 plus 19. That's a 23. Wait, is that right? 23? 14, 19? I'm bad at math.
33.
30. 33. Thank you. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
You're 10
You
off
guys,
there, babe. It's okay.
I hate math. So 33.
I know, I'm sorry. 33. It still hits, don't worry about it. Are you aiming for a tentacle or are you aiming for a head, its face?
I guess I'm gonna aim for that other arm that's on the mask. If I can.
Yeah. Roll to hit. Yes. Roll to hit.
Oh, right.
It still counts as a part of your oath, by the way, because that's still a part of the creature. And yes,
I'm so glad I put my
math is
oath on
the
this
enemy.
thing. I thought it was gonna be a waste. This is actually really
Oh,
awesome.
nah, babe.
9, 10, 11, 12 piercing, and wait. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 piercing, actually. 13 piercing, and then 1 electricity damage.
It's okay, babies and babies.
Yep. It's just this one is just like a small little fizzle of electricity.
Yeah.
It's really static
You used your big
electricity
epic.
more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still feels it. You when you hit it though, this one, you can see that parts of it burn away like the paper to fire. It's still holding on though. It's still there. It's still got a grip on it. But you took out a decent chunk, I will say, out of it. It is Reyna's turn now because she rolled 1 above you, Yudha.
Always has to
and
one up me,
Reyna-
doesn't she?
Yeah, baby. And Reyna will how am I gonna do this? She is going to use one action to use her focus spell, Lay on Hands. And she grabs your shoulder, Ira, since you are the closest one to her, and she kind of did watch you get like mollywopped to the face. You heal back only 6 hit points. But you do gain a +2 status bonus to your AC for 1 round. So this will count until your next one, like that, all around. And oh wait a minute, actually, is this higher? I think it's higher than 6. 1 second. It should be it is higher than 6. My bad. 1 second. Oh, am I? I'm dumb of ass. I think
The math?
I think you're back to full actually, just because you only took 23 points of damage. Yeah, she heals you back to full.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're good. You get back up to full. You get your +2 AC as you see this kind of like. You see stars, not in the dizzy way or anything like that, but it's just, you see it like just this celestial power kind of trail over and into you, and you feel its divinity, and as you are of divinity, and it just something clicks, and hell, your hair glows a little bit. It's a little more pinker, a little more purpler, and she just goes, "Please don't die. It would be such a pity to lose such a excellent combat strategist." And she just kind of does this, gesturing to the sneak attack after you told her a sneak attack would have been a pretty good idea. It was a lovely idea. It's 1 action. You may banter back if you wish.
Well, Star, it seems that you would miss me if I died, wouldn't you?
There's a lot of things that rhyme with the word miss, but sure. And she will go aim for one of the closer tentacles. It's the one that's kind of in front of it. It's the one that's actually perched like in the middle of the creature, so that way it can kind of help hold itself up. And she once again kind of moves her hand out to pull out this scythe from thin air, and she takes her long, big swipes at it. She will attack twice, and probably, hopefully not. It's hard to miss on this thing. What does she have to hit? No. She will hit once. As you see her just bring the scythe clean across. It slices a part of it off, and whatever chunk, I should say, that is sliced off, you see it fizzle away and burn. And she ends up dealing a decent amount of damage onto it. Irha, it is your turn.
I think Irha will, before their plan is to run across the deck towards the monster's tentacles, where the mast is. But before they do that, he kind of like turns over to Rena and says, "Actions speak louder than words, darling. If that's what you want to do, then, well, consider this an open invitation." And he will wink at her with his like one eye, the horizontal pupil like a goat, and then run across the deck towards the mast and cast Tanglefoot at this creature. I am going to attempt to do so with disadvantage because of Chiaka's donation. So let's try that.
On path.
I got a 30 after disadvantage.
Oh. You hit. Don't worry about that. What
you said that in a very scary way. So
because
what
I was
happens?
so certain you were not gonna hit because of the disadvantage, and then the fact that you also are sickened 1.
Yes. Things are going well for me, at least in this moment. I think what happens is as it has running across the deck, partway through as they're running, they like fling out a hand, and from the same way that you saw when he was fighting Blackwater, a vine springs out from literally inside of their palm. These like thorny vines kind of come out covered in this sticky sap, and they wrap around the tentacle of this unborn creature. And as Irha gets like just down to the mast, she is going to like pull this vine, like grab onto it with her other hand and then just pull it down. The actual effect that this has is that it will take a 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for a round, and it can attempt to escape against my spell DC, which is 30, in order to remove the penalty.
Okay. That's fun. Okay. And are you doing this to a tentacle, or are you doing it to the head?
I'm doing it to the tentacle that is wrapped around the mast. So trying to pull it off of the mast, ideally.
I see. Okay, this makes a lot. This makes a lot more visual sense. Do you believe you have one more action, or did you use that action to move?
I used that action to move because I needed to move across the deck.
Yes. Yeah. I remember. Yes, nice visual. All right, so that is your turn. It is the Look at Me's turn, and it will use its first action to be unpinned. And I'm pretty sure it'll unpin itself, but I'm gonna just... That's not the right dice, my bad. Sometimes I don't think I should DM because I have really good dice luck, like ridiculously good dice luck. So that's a natural 20 for it to pull itself up, and it pulls itself up perfectly, to the point where like your arrow does not shatter or break or stick. Your arrow just slides into it as it absorbs that. When it gets up, it'll just like roll its head over, a little gross and lopsided. Where you hit it, it's like, oh, I don't think I can say that because it's eye stuff. I don't know how many people are in. People might get a little squeamish about eye stuff. I'm not gonna say that. We'll say that its snout is just. It looks like it's dislocated. It's spun almost in another direction, Looney Tune style, but grosser because you can see the rivets. Yeah, you can see the rivets of its bone, and it just rolls over and like looks at you, Rashu, and it smiles again, and it goes, "That was delicious." And it will then kind of wop over to bite you again. It'll only do this. It'll do this one action because I think it still needs to escape from the area of effect from the Tanglefoot. So what was the DC?
It doesn't have to. DC is 30, but it also doesn't have to try to escape. It can just, chill. It can just hang out.
That's true, that's true. It could just hang out. Actually, I'm gonna roll something, see if it even notices, because it's so gross and tentacle-y like. It might just think that's a part of its hand. It's not... Yeah, no, that one! It doesn't notice that it's still stuck on the side. That its one appendage is stuck. It doesn't notice at all. It's so hell-bent focused on eating a cat. It's just not... it's just not within its vicinity at all. So,
I do not approve of that message.
I will say, until it notices this thing, you see that it's not able to necessarily grip as well from it. So Irta, for you, if it's still up, if it's still there, and not destroyed, if you want to spend turns like in action to see if you can pull it down and off of the mast and away, you can do that. I'll let you do that for an action. Because it just doesn't notice. That's as long as it's still around. Rashu, it's gonna try and bite you though. It's just gonna hunch, like one of those nomming chomps. This might not hit. 29.
No. Rashu sort of jumps up as it sort of tries to bite him.
It like chomps on the bottom of the mast that it's on, and then it looks up at you, and then it tries to quickly go for you again, not with its teeth, but with its tongue. As now that you are up close, you can see the tongue is forked in such a way that I wouldn't blame you if you thought xenomorph.
Yeah,
it's kind of you. I don't like that either, but like. The moment.
God still has a great GIF in the chat for that.
That's a really good one. How very dare you? So this one is a much higher roll.
Okay.
Does a 30 hit you?
A 30? No. I have a 32.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. You see it's long, gross tongue just shoot out for you, and just you ever just like when something like kind of skitters around the floor and you just you hit the table is what I did. You just jerk up with your whole leg, your whole body to the side as far and high as you can. That's what happens as this weird tongue just fucking frog style.
No, I can imagine it. Don't like that. You just hear Rashu go, "Don't like that, don't like that."
It just kind of turns and it smiles and it's just smiling and looking and it's so fixated on you. Omori, it is your turn.
Great.
I'm so glad you had dinner
it.
as well, Purple Mouse. I'm so sorry to anyone who is eating or I don't know, didn't have dinner before this. I'm really sorry if this is grossing y'all out.
It's great.
Playing too much Elden Ring.
I'm not playing a single piece of Elden Ring. That's how much I like body horror.
I'm now thinking it's good that I'm not playing Elden Ring. Actually, because this is what it's like. I would say I'm going to start with a oh well, I actually don't have that many like attack spells that like cause physical damage. Mostly I like mess with you mentally, which, like, I don't know if I should link my mind with this creepy thing. But, you know, let's try.
What could go wrong?
Let's try casting it into time. Let me roll that. Let me roll that. I've been rolling really, really low. Let me refresh the page, actually, just in case it, like, I don't know, fixes my horrible rolling history. Like 1d20, and then it's a plus 22 attack, so... Oh. Nope, it did not help that. That's a 7, 8, 10, 12. I'm an idiot. Wait, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, it's a 28 to hit. Did it hit?
I believe this one is a saving throw, though, no?
Oh, wait, you're right. It is a saving throw. It has to do with fortitude. I don't know, so it has to do with fortitude saving roll. You are right.
Yeah, no worries. And I actually have your sheet open to help. Okay,
so
it's going to
normally has a 15-foot radius.
Pardon?
It has a 15-foot radius.
15-foot radius. This creature is big enough, I'm going to say.
Cool.
So it's a 15-foot cone, and you can pinpoint it. So what I will let you do is you can, like, just aim for a tentacle.
Yep.
Right? Rather than, like, let's say its head, where its head is right beside Rashu, right? You can aim for one of, like, the 4 tentacles that's away from it. And you're gonna essentially send that specific tentacle cascading through time. But it just means it takes all the damage without you hurting anyone else. It's quite a large creature.
Okay, good, perfect. Let me... so did it
It does
fail
normally. Yeah, it's a regular fail.
Okay, cool. So that is 5d8 mental damage and 5d6 bludgeoning damage. So let me just roll those.
Yeah, roll the damage, the dammies.
5d8. So that's 23 mental damage and 18 physical damage. So what happens is it blips in and out of existence for a second, reappears when it comes back, but has basically now seen really everything, anything, and nothing. It's probably actually witnessed the complete nothingness at the end of the world and still been there. It's probably where maybe I tried to send it to have its most time, and then I sent it to the beginning where everything was everything, always and all the time.
Oh, wow. Did it meet Jared on the way?
Yeah, I think it met like every
at some
that's ever
point.
existed.
At some point, Jared remembers almost colliding into a large, disgusting creature. And perhaps that's why he has retired.
Yeah, now I understand why Jared came back so traumatized.
Exactly. And Jared's full body went with him, right? So Jared was actively falling for like 5 minutes, or falling forever, but to us, it was like 5 seconds.
Right.
Poor thing. Poor lad.
Wow.
And this magical thing met Crab Jared because it met every Jared ever. So it also briefly blipped up by Crab Jared and Crab Jared's life.
Oh dear. So a question. Would have liked to aim for a tentacle that was already damaged? So either the one that's on the mask that Ira has successfully confused it, or the one that's in front of Reyna, the one that's helping perching it up. That. If you would like a recommendation, I'd say the one Reyna is fighting, just because.
Yeah, the one that Reyna's fighting. Let me help Reyna.
Awesome. So you can now paint me a picture of what it looks like. You already have, actually, but what does it look like coming back as you have destroyed this tentacle?
Basically, what happens is the sensory overload for this tentacle was so much that its little suction cups start to, like, tense from its body, like as if it were getting a muscle cramp, and then they shrivel and fall off, which is extremely painful. And then from the tip up to where it connects to the body, the tentacle starts to seize, and then which is excruciating. and it shrivels to dust as if it has been through so many lifetimes that archaeologists wouldn't be able to piece it together in 300 years.
Now,
sometimes people forget that I
this.
mostly work on horror. Oh my god.
Yeah. You do this. The tentacle, when it's done taking this damage, you see it does the same thing like when Reyna cut it off and it just burns away upwards like paper to fire. It does the same thing, burning away completely as if it was not there. Whatever dent it left, it just looks like your ship got bonked, truthfully. Any slime or like whatever it swallowed looks clean even. It looks untouched besides bonking dents. And you see and hear just, you see the look at me shake and shrivel as, not shrivel like get smaller, but you see that whatever you did to this tentacle, it really fucking hurts. Rashu, as you're face to face with this thing, you see its eyes like blink back tears even as it gets like watery. Though to be fair, I don't think you can call this tears, whatever it's coming out of its orifices here, but it's a liquid. It actually looks like a liquid. It's blinking back and its eyes get a little bloodshot even, having to hold in all this pain. And you do hear the many voices whine or whimper. It's a bit of both.
I feel bad.
But it's gonna look at you, Bimori. I believe you have one more action or no action.
I do. I very much do. I very, very, very much do. 1 second. Oh, I know what to do. Crap, that is 2 actions. Never mind. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, well, that was my first hope. Alright, it's sorted by 1 action. What do I got? Nope. That would put the focus directly on me. That would be very bad. I'm gonna hide. Just for a minute while I grapple with my morality or something. I don't know.
Yeah, roll
I'm gonna
stealth.
take cover. Yep. Oh boy. Well, that should be okay. That's like one of my highest things. Oh, good. Okay, the dice are finally rolling nicely. So that was a 19 plus. Where's my stealth? Plus 21. Oh boy, that's a 40.
Yeah, you're able to. That's a crit success, so you're kind of able to disappear from it. Perhaps you just move yourself around the mast, and it's just so out of it. It just thinks, okay, you're not there. It is Rashu's turn. Rashu, you've seen all of this.
Yep. I like that one of
those.
There's
also 3 tentacles out.
Yeah, turn to dust. You know what? I'm going to aim at the 3 tentacles and try to hit all 3. So he says, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do 3 attacks. So
3 attacks, okay. Yes, your multi-attack penalty will count for all of these. So like it should say like in your attack, it'll show you what your pluses are in a row.
Yep.
Just tell me which one you want to hit. There's technically 2 completely untouched.
Okay, and which one's the one that's been touched? The one that is stopped by
that is being held by Irha. Yes.
I'm gonna do that one first. 15 plus 24 is 39. Should I roll that and then I do.
If you want, what you can do is you can roll your 3 to hits first before we can determine.
Cool. I will do that. Yeah. So a crit on that one. The next will be that's gonna miss. Probably. It's an 8 plus 19. That's a 27.
Nope, that'll hit. Regularly hit. Its AC, if you'd like to know, is 25. I'm okay with you knowing this because it's huge. It's just dummy thick.
And then 10 is going to be a 24. So all 3 hit. Nice.
No. The last one won't hit. 24, right? 25.
Oh, 25. 25 you said.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fault. Yep.
Yeah, 25.
Cool.
25.
So
okay,
I
so
hit.
your 2 hit.
Yeah. For the crit.
Roll the first one. You said the first one you wanted to hit Yurha's one?
Yeah. And that's the one that's
roll
getting pinned to the ground inside of the tanglefoot, whatever. So that's going to be. This is a lot of damage. 12, 6. That's 18. 36 damage.
36 damage total?
Yep. 36 damage total. That's 12 electric, and the rest is piercing.
Yes, and you already doubled it for me, right? Because you crit on that.
Yeah. I did double. Yep.
Okay. You almost straight up one-shot it. Straight up, you almost did. I will straight up say it's down to 1 HP.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm just gonna let Irha kill it. Kill it.
Yeah. Do it. All right. For the second one. For the second one, it's just gonna be once, no doubling.
Yeah, it's a regular.
That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. 16 piercing, 3 lightning.
You do a decent amount onto the other tentacle. Once again, wherever you hit, it like blasts apart and disappears. You will notice the more you're hitting from it, you're doing more damage to the ship. Essentially, not necessarily like on purpose or anything like that, but it's to sort of, you notice nothing is being left behind. Nothing at all. Whatever traces of it is left once it's destroyed, it is destroyed. And perhaps that's why now you're understanding this body is having a hard time trying to heal itself. It simply can't. It is incapable of. In certain ways, at least. That's all 3 of your attacks, as your other one goes wide and misses. It almost hits, but just a little too low. It's Reina's turn. She will actually go after the one that is not touched at all, so the one that you missed. She will spend an action to run across the field. Sorry, my bad. To run across the field. And for somebody who's been trapped in a tower, she is quite nimble and athletic. This armor does not slow her down at all. Perhaps she just Uncle Iro'd it the whole time. You know, when he got jacked in prison? Perhaps she's been doing that for a long time, and she's just fit. But this is ease to her. She strides quite quickly across the field, and makes her massive swings onto this tentacle. She got a roll to hit. She's only going to hit once again, and she will do a decent amount of damage to this untouched tentacle, chopping it away. Yurha, it is your turn.
Yurha is going to take the vine that is wrapped around the one tentacle that was around the mast and just pull their whole body backwards, tugging on this vine that I imagine constricts around the tentacle and like pierces into it. And like you said, it has 1 HP, so I think that is sufficient to kill it. And as it dies, it just free falls onto the deck, and there's this big thud as it falls. And then immediately...
you don't even have to roll for it. I will say, it does make its thud, it does fall, as you say, and then, as if to bounce, like just as things do when they fall from a higher range, it disappears. It does not. You do not hear a second thud as it disappears too fast. Bounces once, gone. you may take your next 2 actions.
Idha will turn around and immediately cast Tanglefoot again onto the one tentacle that Reyna is fighting. And I got a 25.
That hits. That's just enough to hit.
Amazing. So just as before, I think this time, like the vine, I think also disappeared along with the tentacle. And so Ira has to cast Tanglefoot again, and I think just from the same spot in their palm, you can see like blood is really dripping down their hand and covering their arm now, but they're not really paying attention to it, and they cast Tanglefoot again towards the other vine that is next to Reyna, and they're going to pull that one closer to themselves to try and get it away from her.
Did you want to actually pull it closer to you? Like
If I can.
Because I'll allow it. I'll allow it if you make an athletics roll.
Sure, let's
Just
try
because
that.
now you're pulling it, and I'm like, I'll let that. That sounds cool.
Okay, I got a nat 20, and the total is 36.
Nice. I'll say that you can pull it 10 feet away from her. So now it's like in the middle of both of you, and she will use her reaction to gain an opportunity attack. Yes, this is a forced movement, but this is a big thing. And so you see her kind of spin around. Never mind, you guys just might destroy it. She crit that. You see her spin around with the scythe just gliding around her. It is graceful and it is beautiful, and she takes a big sweeping strike at it. And let me see. This. Oh, it's so close to death, actually. It's very close to death. She takes out just a huge chunk as you pull it closer, and just it flying by. It breaks apart and disappears. Whatever chunk at least it is. You still have a part of the tentacle, but it looks. How gay are you feeling? It looks rather beautiful. For once, as these particles disappear, and you see maybe not your princess, but a princess who is not afraid of whatever you're fighting. Or if she is, she does a very good job hiding it. Oh, yes, sorry, the persistent damage, and also the whole thing took some persistent damage. Congratulations, this thing is now bloodied. Yes. Okay, cool. It's the look at me's turn. And it's going to do what it does best, and that's attack all of you. Rashu, its head is going to bite at you once again, a little frantically this time. You've kind of really pissed it off. Not the look-see, there is a look-see. I don't want to get... Crypt TV, don't see this. That's why I kept calling it the look-see as well. I know it's the look at me. The names are too similar, but Oh, shit. That's a good roll. 39 to hit you, Rashu.
Oh, yeah. It's not a crit, though.
The next one to hit, it's once again, it's gonna go Rashu, it goes Yurha, and it goes Bamori. Just because of your placement, you guys are also actively placed like this in my head. Just oops. So it might as well just continue to do the little parting glance, gaze, graze, I don't know, thing. 34 to hit you.
If that's directed at me, yes it does, but it does not crit.
Yeah. Good night. My mom came in. Does not crit. Okay, good. It rolled really high. I think it wants to hit you all this time. And by it, I mean my dice.
Yeah.
Does a 31 hit you, Bamori?
My AC is 31.
Yeah, okay, so if it meets, it beats. And that since that works for all of you. It will work for the look-see. Not the look-see, the look at me! The unborn.
You better get sued.
I'm about to get sued. I don't think Jared would
Don't bother,
appreciate
I think
that.
we're all poor, don't do it.
What if that's an early birthday gift? A lawsuit. That was so bad. No, I'm not jinxing that. I'm not jinxing that. Okay, so I guess it hits all of you, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, so you want the lawsuit. I see. All
No,
right, you hear
no.
me. I will manifest it. It has to be.
Stop, I just had like a whole shudder go down my back. Poverty senses went off, don't do that.
Thankfully, no crits though, right? On all of yours.
No,
Okay.
thankfully.
Rashu, you take about another 20 points from this bite, and then I'll need a reflex save, but just hold the save what the answer is for now, so that way I can just hit everybody. $23 on Irha. And 22 on Bamori. All three of you need to make reflex.
A third of my health.
Yeah. Rashu, you get a chunk bitten out of you. Irha and Bamori, you guys, the lashing tentacle, like as it moves for one of you, another part of it splits off. It splits into two thinner ones, so they can actually hit you guys now from your distances. Just
my save was a 38. I rolled a 38. Reflex save.
Okay, you're fine.
I got a 31. Is that a
38, 31, and sorry, what was yours, Irha?
18.
Oh no! The other two, you're safe. You're able to dodge out of the way. Still, you take your damage, of course, but it's just you're not fighting what comes next. Irha, when it hits you, it latches onto you, just like your vines. And perhaps it's your migraine, or perhaps it's the thing that's holding on to you. You feel a burning sensation on your arm. And as if you care to continue to stare at it weird little, like, it's not even like wrapped around, it's splattered on like this, and it's starting to kind of feed almost, as you notice it's just pulling more and more of your arm, threatening to swallow it. So that's fun. You can make athletic saves or any creative way you'd like to attempt to get out of it on your turn. If not, please just roll a d4 for me. I'll let you roll the d4. Technically, sorry, d4 plus 1. My bad.
Do you want me to do that right now or later?
Right now, so that way you have all the information, and you can yell at me.
All right, that is I rolled a 1, so that's a 2 total.
If you don't get out in 2 turns, you're gonna lose that arm.
Oh, never mind. I thought rolling low was good. Turns out it's bad.
You're gonna lose that arm in 2 turns.
Oh my god!
Wow. You
okay.
will lose it.
I would just like to. Never mind. Okay. Wow.
You can punch it off. You can cut it off. You can athletics regularly. Any creative way you want to get this thing off of you. As it is on you, you're beginning to realize perhaps this might be how it's gonna attempt to heal from now on. It does not yet, but thank you for that. Yeah. No. I won't do that to you.
Yikes!
Mori, it's your turn. Yeah, you might want to kill this thing.
Kill it!
Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. Oh boy. Kill it. Literally, I don't have any straight up offensive spells. I have Kinetic Projectile. I'm going to just whoever's daggers are near me, if you're not particularly attached to them, I am taking them now. Because I'm gonna cast a telekinetic projectile, which means roll. I mean, plus 20. Wait, what was the telekinetic projectile? Plus 22. That's a 44. The hit.
The hit? Like, okay, you crit.
Sick.
Yeah, you quit. You quit, baby. So double.
Didn't you
the
say that
damage,
it only had
basically.
1 HP left?
No,
something?
only one. No, one of the tentacles has 1
Oh,
HP
no.
left. If you
Oh,
wanna,
no,
if you wanna hit,
misunderstood.
like, yeah, if
Horrific.
you wanna hit a creature, that's fine. If you wanna hit a tentacle, that's also fine. Either way, it sounds like you're gonna be doing a lot of
assuming-
damage.
Yes. What did we say the damage was? Because it didn't scale up for telekinetic projectile, so I don't know what the heightened was. It's heightened.
It is
9 is the
it
highest
is
they have.
heightened. It is heightened 6d6 plus 6.
Okay,
and what you
perfect.
can do, if you wanted, how you can roll for damage is you just roll the 66, add the 6, and then multiply it by 2.
Okay, so that is 20. Wait, multiply what by 2?
Your total that you roll for the 66 plus 6.
Right, okay, so that is 34 total times 2 is 68. It's damage. That would have killed me.
Yeah.
Do you want
That
to
would've
attack
killed me real
the
dead.
creature, or would you rather attack a tentacle? Either way,
I think
you're
I'll
gonna-
attack
yeah.
the creature because the tentacle I feel like might be a waste of such a nice hit.
Yeah.
So yes, I
How much was it again?
hurdle.
68.
It was 68.
Yes, delicious. You
Truly.
are you. Yes, that whatever you hurl like a storm at it of these knives, debris, daggers, whatever you're grabbing. It sticks into it like quills.
Gross.
Piercing through it. It looks painful. It sounds painful. You did a chunk for sure. And whatever parts get blown off just by impact alone does the exact same thing. Fizzles away into nothing. It's no longer eating this kind of damage. You have one more action.
I do have one more action. I would like to hide again. So another
Hide again?
stealth
You can
roll, I
totally do that.
assume. Yep.
Yeah,
Let's
another
see.
stealth roll.
20. That is a D20. Bitch, 20. Oh my god. Here we go. That was a nat 20 plus a what was my stealth? 21. So that is a 41
Gone.
stealth.
You don't even. Once again, you burst it out. It closes. It blinks. It closes its eyes for a second, and you're gone again.
Thank God.
It is Rashu's turn.
Yeah. So Rashu is still holding his bow, ready to pull another arrow. But what you see down his arm is just like lines of blood as he's starting to really feel where like the monster sort of attacked him. He pulls up his sleeve because it's already kind of ripped, and he rips it off so that he can just like have some more arm movement. And takes that arrow, and then he's gonna fire at it 3 times. The first arrow he wants to aim at, maybe the first 2. Let's say the first 2. He's aiming at the tentacle that is attached to my friend Irha.
Okay, yeah, specific roll.
Yeah, he wants to help him. So that's gonna be a 7 plus 24. 7 plus 24 is gonna be that's more than 25. And then that's I thought that was almost 20, but no, it was backwards. It's 12 plus 19. That's also more than 24. 25. And then the last one is going to miss. It's
Okay.
a 21. Yeah.
Yeah, that will miss. That's not a critical or anything.
None of them were crit.
Yeah, none of them were crits. Is Where's your second shot going? Is
The,
it to
the two shots
one of
are
the
both
large
to that.
tentacles?
To the one that's attacking.
Oh, okay.
Both of them are going there.
Okay. Cool.
So for the first one, that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage and 4 points of electricity. So 15 total. And then for the second, that's going to be 12 plus 4, 16. 16 piercing and 4 electric. So 20 damage total there.
And what was the total damage of the last one?
15. So 20 and 15.
20 and 15, thank you. You bring it down a sizable amount, and I will say you successfully are able to hit the... So it is attached to Irha's arm. What I will say happens is it will simply cut the first what do you call it? It will hit the first arm. So Irha will also unfortunately be taking 15 damage. But the second one slices it clean off, not your arm, but the thing. So you don't take the damage from there. The first one is to hit it. The second one just shaves it off. And just like that, the tentacle, whatever is on it, just disappears.
Yeah, sorry,
You
I
do
had
have
to
an
hurt you to do
arrow
that.
out of your arm, though.
That is
Unfortunately,
okay.
you do have an arrow out of your arm. But when you look at the wound that it's done, it does look like a burn. It doesn't look like rot either. It is some strange amalgamation of both, but in small chunks. Like, it looks like, for example, if wherever it touched had many little teeth, you have little teeth marks all over that arm with just a weird shape to it. So it's not really that circular mouth that they were going for. We're going for just teeth. Here, just all over, teeth marks of your wounds. Yeah. And chunks, whatever chunks were there, perhaps maybe gone. You have one weird textured arm. Rashu, that's all. As another one just flies wide. It's Reyna's turn. And now I have a question. Would you guys like to have... I'm stealing this one from Connie's book because Connie DM'd for me once, and I thought that was the group move kill was very cool. So if you'd like, we can have a group move kill. If not, and Reyna hits, and Reyna has 3 chances to hit, she's gonna hit the one with 1 hit point. And that's gonna be enough damage that from this giant tentacle to instantly kill the creature. So would you like to have a...
I would like group kill sounds sick. I want to...
Group kill sounds
Combo. Combo.
I will say, yeah, combo it. We're gonna combo it however you'd like. You don't need to roll to hit, no, or anything like that. Just throw at what you'd like, because Reyna is the one who needs to hit, and she has 3 chances, and I doubt she's gonna fail them.
I have an idea.
Yes.
I have an idea for how to start it. So I imagine that the Tanglefoot vine was gone as soon as Itha was hit by this vine, right? Or sorry, by this tentacle. So Itha is going to take this arrow right out of their arm, just kind of like pull it out, and then yell out, "Thanks, Rashu!" And then throw the arrow towards Rashu.
Okay, so then Rashu's going to catch it out of the air. I take it. There's like probably some magic essence or something that's left over from Irha's arm, like naturally.
Oh yes,
He's gonna.
Yeah, the blood of a godchild. This I will say, your arrow no longer looks like a regular arrow as it was, and it definitely does not look how it would be touched by lightning when you shoot out of your bow. It is as if the vines kind of grew on it. In fact, the feathered end is like sweet little, very baby little flowers, baby's breath or something like that.
Which I think makes a lot of sense. because what he's going to do is he's going to catch it and look at it and go, I'm not sure if this will fly. He's going to look around for a moment, and then he's going to call out to Bemori and ask for Bemori's help to like make sure that it hits its mark. So he's going to aim his arrow really
Kinetic
far
Projectile.
back. Yep. And he's going to let it fly, trying to charge some of that electricity as he can to sort of help it.
Yep. And then Bemori Scarlet Witches it and guides it to aim true. Which in hindsight, I feel like she's won an archery competition like that. I feel like she's like pretended to be doing the archery thing, but actually was telekinetically. So she's cheated on a lot of those before. And she will aim it right between its undead, creepy face eyes.
On a fun
much
fact,
higher velocity than an arrow would normally go.
Oh yes, that's nice. That's nice. Fun fact: I do want to say what I did was I rolled Reyna's thing to see if it'll hit. She nat 20'd it, so it doesn't matter. Like I said, she was gonna hit anyway. This combo is even better. Your arrow flies. Why don't y'all paint me a picture of what defeating this the look at me looks like? What happens?
So, I guess the first thing is that. I have a beginning idea. So the arrow flies in with that that sort of telekinetic energy, and as it hits the spot, what ends up happening, instead of like the electricity that was happening before, plants start sprouting up and like spreading out and like pushing apart its head. What else, guys?
I wouldn't put it past Bemori to use projectile to splinter the arrow apart, so that when it hits and starts to have this violent reaction, it kind of like explodes out, just in the way that all of the shards are going. So when it's in there, it's now tearing its way outwards and ripping it apart. Because Bemori is, in case anybody forgot, very effed up in the head.
While it's exploding into these various different parts, I think Irha is going to try and catch a piece of the tentacle, whatever piece has like the weird teeth on it. Hopefully it doesn't disappear, because they want to keep it for like research purposes to figure out what the hell is this.
Okay. What I will say is, I think one, you can see spirits naturally. So as this arrow is doing its job and it's splintering it away, you hear the creature just roar. And every part of it explodes before you can have that giant boom impact. It starts disappearing away like that. Its body so quickly. And you see that it leaves nothing there. In fact, what falls is the pieces of your arrow. As it's no longer hitting anything, it falls down into pieces. And as you're watching, you see where the tentacle was also, it's like a line just shooting up through it. It's disappearing in pieces and parts. You can look around and you can see wherever its giant body was slithering around. It's also, you see like Chuntao, Alani, they stop fighting. They can take a breath because it's gone. However, you're able to see, you're able to catch the tip of its tail. Because this thing had a tail. You just weren't fighting it. You can see it. That is the last piece that's going to disappear. And I think you're able to just tanglefoot it again. Use your vine, throw it out, and wrap around it and grab it. Using your own divinity. It is enough to kind of keep it from completely disappearing, like cauterizing a wound in a way. You pull it down, you pull it to you. And it wiggles and squirms, and then it just pops out a singular eye to look around. You're out of combat. You can take your breath and breathe for a little bit, but Irha, for you feel that migraine. That migraine was always there. It was perhaps hindering your performance. And now it's actively hurting. It's hurting a lot. There is, in fact, where the thorns were puncturing, a bit of blood trickles down your face, just a bit. You're going to take, because they were cantrips, yes, but I'm just still gonna hurt you. So you're going to take about just 9 points only of damage. Just, we'll call it headache damage, migraine damage. Just by using this, sure, it wasn't big amounts of damage of magic, but you were still pushing yourself to a degree. So you'll take that much. And on the floor is the weird piece that you have cared to save. And it looks up and it looks at you. It looks directly at you. And it actually does cry. Wherever the tear can come from, it cries. It cries normally. And it sounds, once again, like multiple voices crying at once.
As soon as it, I think, like, opened its eyes, was maybe, just for flavor, maybe the same time that Irha was struck by this sudden pain in her head, and she just kind of, like, reels back, still holding on to the vine that's grabbing this tentacle, and then says, out, Bemori, it's looking at me.
What do you want me to do? Poke it in the eye? It's already crying.
Well, what if it's able to...
Bemori's gonna walk over and bonk it. Just try and knock it out or something.
The whimpering becomes ugly sobbing. It's a bunch of and it's not one voice, right? It's multiple voices. It's somehow able to retain. Sure, it's not as loud as before, but it sounds like that's crying a bunch.
I know
run
what to
over.
do.
Wait, I want to run over to Ada and ask Ada to like cover it in black ink where it can't see. Like
That's
cover
probably
the
gonna make
eye.
it cry more.
That's, I mean, or maybe like, I don't know. She's a powerful wizard. Maybe she could lock it in something, or like put it in a vial where we can't hear it or something.
When you go to Ada, and Ada is sweating. She was fighting alongside you, but on the other side, dealing with the tail and whatever appendages came out there. So she was kind of fighting alongside Shantao and Alani. When you ask her to look at it, she goes, no, I don't deal with that kind of shit. Just
fine.
And she snaps over to Alani, and Alani's the one who comes, jogs over, making a bunch of noise with their armor, and goes, yeah. What?
Alani.
They look.
We need.
Yes.
We need to study this. We don't want it leading more of these things to us.
Okay. Well, he's gonna walk over, just thud, up over to it, and look at it, and go, one thing I know. Unborn don't talk like that.
Well, that's scary and creepy and also entirely unhelpful. Thank you, Alani.
Chun Tao is the one who will pipe up, and go, and I fought plenty. The little weirdo is right. They talk sometimes, but they don't talk in full-on sentences. They say a couple things like hungry, or angry, or the most I ever heard was fire, it burns. What the fuck did we fight?
Maury's gonna crack their knuckles and be like, well, if it's so sophisticated, then this should work, and keep it quiet while we can study it. And I don't know who here has seen Naruto. Everyone should. She is going to do the, basically she's gonna pull an Ino. and she's going to cast Deja Vu and project into its mind an image of comfort and safety, and like that will dull its pain sensors because it just feels like it is safe and comfortable, and it is going to be stuck in this loop according to Deja Vu. So basically I'm projecting an image or a thought process into the mind, and it will loop over and over and over and over and over again. And so that is what Bimori is going to cast on this thing.
Oh yeah, okay. I see. We're gonna have it. Technically, it says 2 rounds. That's what its flavor is, which means it's a few seconds. Yeah. But I think if you're willing to sustain it for a bit, you can have ample time. It'll just like cost spell slots, and you can keep going higher and higher. It's fine with me if you wish for that, because you'll get them all back after you rest, long rest.
Exactly.
But that we can do that. As you project feelings of comfort, or at least what you find comfortable. What do you find comfortable?
Not being wounded. That's pretty nice. Just feeling whole and safe, and like there's this intrusive image that's like a memory, but it's not a full memory because it's like blurry, not just around the edges, but like very vaguely like to the middle. It's like someone rubbed Vaseline over the lens of like being in someone's arms, maybe Chintao's, thinking Chintao's, can't see faces, can't really remember, just have inkling of like that, and like waking up in the morning there and like nothing hurts and everything is fine.
For my people who can see spirits, so Rashu and Irha and of course Chintao, something weird happens. This thing just maliciousness and darkness and just the deepest color shade of black that you can see, this disgusting creature. For just a glimmer, you see a white light in its core, in its center. The eye closes and a new eye emerges. But where that eye was red and dark, Rashu for you like a black Kadehu, as you're used to seeing, you see a blue eye. A bright blue eye. Like the white Kadehus have. Like the good spirits have. And you all hear a soft voice go, finally, there is Mother's light. I'm gonna end here. Y'all did something cool. That I have to think about a lot now.
Oh my god. You unlocked a secret!
I need to do that, but now I'm stuck.
Achievement.
You are going to be stuck like this for a little bit, though, but we can continue
That's okay.
and then we can do other
Chintao
things
will
with
protect.
it. Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Maybe.
Thank you all of you, for sticking around and dealing with some of our tech issues and all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much. But before we wrap up, why don't we just quickly tell everybody where to find us? You can find me, Aki, all over the Twitterverse at Akinomi_art. And if you're interested in more Pathfinder 2e streams, you can catch me on the G&G and Nat20's production collab, Wayward Arcadium, every Mondays at 8 p.m. Pacific on Nat20 Productions channel. Now, my beautiful cast, my fucking creative genius juice, big brain, big wrinkly, moist brains y'all have.
Ew. Oh.
Why don't you guys
moist is what ruined that. Oh.
No,
So
it
wet
doesn't.
brain.
It doesn't, because a brain is wet.
Don't say that.
Brandy, you go first.
My brain is very dry, thank you. Very dry, very smooth. No, it's actually very big and wrinkly. Yes, I am Brandy Rose, they, them. I am at the Brandy Rose on Twitter, and I am a person who does a lot of things. I have a podcast network for 2 podcasts that has 10 shows, in it now. No, it has 9 shows in it because one of them is not actually on my network, but I am the host and one of the creative producers for it. So currently a good chunk of them are out already on Spotify. Some of them are joining Spotify soon. Some of them are coming out this summer with their first season, so I'm very excited about that. But all the established shows are already on Spotify. If you put in Brandy Rose on Spotify, both like with a space, you will get everything of mine that's already there. And if you look for Chewing Gum on the Brain on the internet, you will find that on Spreaker Podcasts, and soon also on other platforms. But I'm also a game designer and game dev, and I teach game design over on my Twitch at Cutest Patute on Twitter /CutestPatute. And most recently, as of today, I have a Ko-fi. That's the ko-fi.com/CutestPatute. And as of this evening, actually, I opened commissions to design and create streaming kits for people. There are 3 modes. You can get a basic streaming kit for, I think, $10. Oh, say what price and I forget it. I think it's like $10 to get like a basic streaming kit that has everything that you need for like a one-off stream. But I do, and I have 20 slots left, so you better hurry. Yes, 10 for a basic streaming kit that comes with a bunch of stuff, a mid-sized streaming kit that is $20, and a full-size streaming kit that is $40. That includes literally everything you could possibly need for your game, so you can actually add this to your games when you sell them, because it'll come with full cast screens for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 players, depending on your specifications, including 2 additional screens of each variety, like with variations. And I will be making these all animated. So if you wanted them to be videos instead of pictures, you can have the entire thing be animated. I will happily do that. That is not any extra cost. So everybody should hop on over there, because I'm in a move and I'm trying to make the move not break me. So yes, please check out the Ko-fi. Please commission me to design things for you. I have examples up on the Twitter, or at least I will in a few minutes. And I have examples up on the Ko-fi. So make sure you go check that out. And I think everybody's already supported me. But yes, I'm at the Brandy Rose on Twitter and at Brandy Rose Official on Insta.
I had to wait because that wait was.
No, you're next.
Yes, I am next. Hello, everybody. My name is Hamnah, and I use any and all pronouns. I am a TTRPG performer, and you can find me on Twitter at @shahid_, where I talk about all of the different projects that I am a part of. All of my characters for all of my APs are queer disasters who make awful, awful decisions. So if you like that, you should definitely come follow me. I'm actually only like 10 followers away from 500, so if you want to help me do that, that would be nice. But tomorrow... Yes, go follow me. But tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be live on Transplanar RPG's channel. For people who don't know, Transplanar RPG is an all-transgender, people of color-led D&D 5e live stream set in a homebrew, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist world. It is super fun. I won't be part of the cast that is streaming tomorrow, but I know that whatever the other cast has planned is going to be extremely dramatic and extremely emotional, so definitely come check us out.
All right. And next is me, I imagine. Hey, I'm Randy Alvarenga, and I am a actor, TTRPG streamer, just like everybody else here. But you can follow me on Twitter at RollerRaja. That's ROLLERRAJA. To follow the really cool stuff that's coming out. I'm actually going to LA to shoot a tabletop RPG that was on this stream originally. Harbingers with Megan Caves, so you can check that out when that airs. And then we're also doing I'm over on Band of Badgers channel doing Scarlet Citadel. I'm also doing some really cool stuff maybe that is in final talks, and there's contracts being signed for that, so check out my Twitter to find out.
Yes. So we've got you covered with TTRPG content this weekend. Tomorrow is the penultimate episode of the Kings of Dirt, a 2D20 Mad Max-ish adventure. Voyage of the Siren Song, a Pathfinder... It's 12 in the morning. A Pathfinder 1E high seas adventure returns on Sunday. And Monday, we have The Dice is Right, a D&D 5e enchanted game show adventure. 3 days, 3 game systems. We will see you next time. Same dat time, same dat channel. Thank you guys also again for like all the subs and shit. I gotta take a wicked pee.
Thank you.
Goodbye.